Hey y'all, Twin Flames. This is Karen from Manna Delight, and I'm just coming to you with an update of some things that I have in the works, and just to kind of give you an energy update of what I've been noticing going on. I've been meaning to do a video for quite some time, and it's just been busy. Vacation with my daughter. She took time off work for her birthday, so it's been kind of busy, but I wanted to talk about the energy and what I feel is happening, and it's more of the same as far as integrating all aspects of ourself, and this includes our shadow self. And what I'm finding more and more with my readings, they're getting tougher. Like, there was a point in time when almost all the readings I was doing, they were all nice and frilly, you know, and positive and all this and that. But what I'm finding is that basically it's crunch time. And when I did my Sacred Healing Circle in September, the download that I received was that twins in union by March 2018. I still fully believe that twins coming into union is imminent for the ascension process, imminent for raising the vibration to an energy where we can ascend. So I do believe that it is coming. I believe that their time is in flux always, so we never really can pinpoint a time, but that this is, the push is on for that. And so that means that whatever needs to come in, whatever aspects of yourself that you need to integrate, and this includes all higher aspects of yourself. And so if you are ready, if you have been doing the work, and you know, there's this one side of the token where people are saying, hey, you know, it's all good. We win. You're going to get there. Everything is fine. Just live in the moment and all this and that. And then on the other side is, well, you have to do the work. Of course, you still have to do the work. When something comes up for you to clear, then you need to clear it. If there's something that is brought to your awareness along your soul's path that needs to be dealt with, a distortion, a dark energy, then you need to handle that. And whether you can do that on your own or you seek out a healer who is more advanced and more powerful and can clear this for you, whatever it is that you need to do to handle that, you are required to do that. It's not that you just, you know, sit back and expect everything to be handed to you. That's kind of the problem that I'm seeing, is there's, you know, individuals that just kind of are floating on and not really putting in the effort to do the healing work and letting go when you're required to let go, clearing your codependency, ascending, anchoring higher timelines where you are not focusing on the pain of separation. You've realized that there really is no separation, and your twin is right there with you regardless. There is no division between you two. So whatever your twin is going through, you're going through the same thing. Whatever your twin needs to heal, you need to heal as well. A lot are still under the assumption that, oh, well, my twin has issues, but I don't have any issues. And until my twin heals, it's just not going to happen. That is not really how it works. That's not what's going on. Whatever your twin is going through, if your twin is an addict, you're an addict. In some way, shape, or form, addiction has you, and you need to work on clearing that for yourself. This is how you help clear your soul. You have one soul. So when you're clearing the distortions and past life blocks and all of these things coming up that is for your soul, you share a soul. So it's not just your twin has to get on board, your twin has to do this. Yeah, there is required work for them as well. And just because you can't see in the physical that work happening, it doesn't mean that it's not. It is always energetically happening. We are separate in the physical for a reason. When we have cleared what we came here to clear, it through divine timing, because there are some things energetically that needs to happen on Gaia with anchoring the 5D timelines and all of these things. So there's several things that come into play. But once you have raised your vibration and cleared those things that you clear, which you're always spiraling up and getting closer to those connection points where you can actually, in the physical, connect with your twin, then it will happen for you. If you are not okay and you are depressed, suicidal, can't deal with life because you're not in union with your twin, that's codependency. Sorry, shutting that off. Doing codependency. Saying that your life is over if you can't be with your twin. You're in the melly grubs because your twin hasn't reached out to you yet. And I understand that that is an emotion and there is that strong connection of love. And of course, you want to be with your twin. But the purpose of this spiritual journey is get you to the place where you are not codependent. You're standing fully in your power. I've talked about this in the rise of the divine feminine. It still applies. It still applies. What's happening is the shadow aspects are coming up to be embraced. What are your shadow aspects? And not judging them. What are the shadow aspects of your divine masculine? And embracing them. The light is shining on them to embrace them. We're here to clear that. Human emotions are you get pissed off when you see some bad behavior coming from your twin. Of course, that's human nature. We're still in our human bodies. But at the end of the day, and seeing the bigger picture, you are to notice that your twin is dealing with that because we're clearing that. Any darkness that comes up, any dark energies or any other of these programs or whatever that come up, not to be running scared from them and, oh my God, this isn't my twin. It really probably isn't your twin. It's probably an overlay of your twin. That's not the truth of who your twin is anyway, but there's these distortions that need to be cleared. That's what you're here to do. Clear those distortions within your twin and you so that it helps humanity to clear these distortions so that we are all in unconditional love. We're all in bliss. We're all in a higher timeline. This is the point of us doing this. We agreed to this. This is our mission. So I don't agree with people that judge twins and say, oh no, a twin wouldn't do that. And I used to because I was in judgment. But I don't say that anymore because how is it going to clear? If we came down here as angels and nothing needed to happen with us, we would have already been ascended. We'd be floating by now. Our wings would be sprouted and we would just be fluttering around and be perfect. But that's not the case. We came here to clear these for everyone, for all of humanity and for ourselves because we wanted to come into union and experience this. This is a great time in history. And that's why we're here. So the energy is you integrating, as well as you integrating your shadow aspects, you are integrating the higher aspects of yourself. I cannot tell you how important this is. I cannot tell you about the people and the twins that I'm dealing with and how many of them are stuck in this lower dimensional loops. You're on a negative loop. You're still looping because you have not been able to anchor to a higher timeline. So you're still looping in these lower dimensions. You're still experiencing pain. You're still experiencing judgment. You're still experiencing fear, codependency, separation. You're still experiencing all these things because it's lower dimensional. And the truth of it is, and the beauty of it is as simple as you saying, I'm not in separation. My twin is always with me. My twin is perfect as I am perfect. We are on a journey. And what a thrill this journey is, because at the end of the day, and when the bigger picture expands and you can see it all, it's beautiful. It's the ushering in of the new earth. It's a time like no other. When you see the beauty of the journey and where it's taken you so that you can come to a place of complete wholeness, you can come to a place of complete self-love and acceptance where you are God, you are sovereign, and you are free. It's beautiful. This is where all of this journey is taking you to a place where you are free. You are free in unconditional love. There is no judgment. There's no fear. These are the higher timelines. It's as simple as you saying that and believing it. If you cannot, then there's a healing that needs to be taking place for you. Whatever it is, whatever mind control program or whatever implant it is that's in your mind, whether you are just stuck on this negative loop and you can't pull yourself up, that's when you reach out to someone else that can. There are several rod and staff unions out there that I would love for them to become more visible and speak more out, that they have the ability to help you to pull yourself up. While I believe that I am a high-level twin, that I am an original Blu-ray twin flame, I haven't got complete confirmation whether I'm a rod and staff union, but I am connected directly to source, and I believe that I am anchoring in timelines way higher than 5D at this point. And I have the ability to help to pull you up. There are several out there that have the ability to pull you up. These, I believe, are true twin flames. There are some that are not true twin flames and are out there telling lies and distortions. And I have people that inbox me and ask me questions, and so-and-so said this, and so-and-so said that. There are clear leaders, and if you resonate, okay. If you don't resonate, even with what I'm saying, if you don't resonate with what I'm saying, take what you can from this and just leave the rest alone. Because a lot of times, when someone in a higher dimension is speaking, like when people would say, there is no karma. What? I don't know what they're talking about. Because I couldn't hear them yet. It hadn't been revealed to me. My soul wasn't ready to hear that yet. But now it is. This is ascending higher and higher. There's more truths that will come out to you when you are ready. But you have to anchor in these higher timelines. You've got to get off these negative loops. You've got to stop blaming the masculine. And you've got to stop the codependency. And really, truly think for yourself. I'm here to lead and guide you. And I'm talking, and I always talk from experience. I would not be out here coming saying there is no karma if it wasn't revealed to me first. I wouldn't be saying you have to anchor in these higher timelines if it wasn't revealed to me first, because that's not how I roll. I have always spoken from examples and from my own experience, because it's not in me to lie, to twist, to distort, to fool anyone. It is the truth, and I resonate to the truth, and I speak the truth. This is just examples of a leader, and there are us out there that are there to lead you and to help you along. If you don't resonate with what someone is saying, then just move on. Come back to it. Maybe if that person shows up back in your existence or a video pops up, maybe now it's time for you to hear what they're saying. But no one is wrong. There's no reason to judge somebody and say, okay, they're not wrong. They're on a totally different path than you. What they're saying can be something that you absolutely is not your path. There's several people out there that are in the ascension, that are ascension leaders that are out there that, claim to be in 12D, and they don't have a clue about the twin flame journey and actually say some upsetting things about it, like, well, it's really, really rare and there's really not that many. I know it's rare and there's not that many, but I don't resonate to you saying there's only 6 or there's only 13. I don't resonate to that. So when I'm saying, what's up with this? Is there truth here? They don't define the twin flame journey, especially if they're not a twin, because you can't tune into that energy. You don't understand the journey, and that's for a purpose. Because we're here to do one thing and they're here to do another. So I was sitting there and I was really like, oh my God, this person's 12D. Is this truth, what she's saying? And I heard plain as day, you are the twin flame leader. Not the only one, but I am the twin flame leader. So whenever one of these ascension leaders comes out and says something that is not the truth of the twin flame journey as I know it in my experience, because nothing is more clear to me than my twin flame journey and who I am as a twin. I know it backwards and forwards. There's a lot of things that I still need to learn about it, and more things will be revealed for me. But in this moment of time, so whenever they start saying these things, I get underneath them and I don't really go, oh, but actually, I just state the truth. Here's the truth. The number of how many they are is not crucial in this time, but this is what twin flames are here to do. This is what I am here to do. And I am a leader and a teacher and a way shower and a healer within the twin flame community, and that's just the truth of it. So when they get to anchoring or get going on about the divine masculine and the feminine and all this and that, I say to them, twin flames are here for that. We're here to bust those old templates and usher in the new divine love templates. This is what the twin flames are here to do. And I can guarantee you we're on it. So when they get to bitching about the old masculine and this, that, and the other, and, Trump and all this and that, this is the mission of the twin flames, and nobody can take this from us. We are here to usher in divine love and crush the old templates. And that's the truth. And the more of us that step up and speak our truth regarding a lot of the lies and distortions that are being told within the twin flame community, the more our light will shine brighter. The ascending and the anchoring in of the higher timelines is crucial. It's crucial because I still don't believe that the energy on Earth is high enough to support mass twin flame unions. I've said that before, and I just don't believe yet. We're getting to that point, and I really feel like the full 5D timelines need to be anchored in order to support union. Just because when we do come into union and that love and that divine love that hits the planet and starts shaking things up, I feel like there needs to be high enough energy to support that. Because and this is what's going on now. This is what I feel like the forecast is right now, is that we're clearing so many of them. And I will tell you that I am in contact with the Rod and Staff Union, and what she was explaining to me is about the negative looping. And I know she won't mind me sharing. It is about the negative looping on how we're we would clear something. We'd get something cleared out of the way for us to come into union, and it'd come back around again. So there's this looping that keeps happening. And that is because the energy wasn't high enough for us to go straight up to 12D, directly to source, to heal this, to clear this completely and once for all. But that is what we're doing. So the more of you have to ascend higher, the more of you have to anchor in these timelines. You have to stop believing that you're in separation, that it's not going to happen. You have to release the doubt, the fears, the anxieties. You have to let go of your expectations and the outcomes, and you have to come in to the truth. That you're one soul, evolving, ascending. And when you get to that point where you've spiraled up and you have ascended and you have anchored in a higher timeline, when you get to that point, that's when union happens. And I fully believe that it has to do with unity consciousness, and I've said it several times. That's me. But that's what I believe. And what I have been shown and what I have been experiencing. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine. Like I said, we'll see, or whatever, you know. We're not going to squabble with somatics. But now we have the ability, because more of us are anchoring in the higher timelines, which means we're releasing the judgment, we're releasing the fear, we're releasing our egos. We are believing that we are not in separation. We are believing that we are already healed. We are believing that we don't have to experience pain. And so we're anchoring in the higher timelines. And it's like I said, it's as simple as you saying that. We're always connected. We're already in union. I'm not in pain. I'm not in separation. I don't need to suffer. But, so when you're still in pain, you still believe in separation. This is not a 5D timeline. This is not unity consciousness. And like I've said several times, union is unity consciousness. And whatever you have to do to achieve unity consciousness will usher in your union with yourself and then also with your twin. And it's that simple. So start saying there is no judgment. All of my downloads, excuse me, all of my recent downloads, like I mentioned before, are about no judgment. No worry, no angst, no pain. There is nothing wrong. There is no karma. All of that. There is none of that. If you are still working through your karma, then you are not ready to ascend to a higher timeline. If you are still judging others, if you're still judging yourself, you are not ready to ascend to a higher timeline. And it's like I said, it's as simple as you being this powerful being and saying, there is no judgment. I haven't done anything wrong. I am a perfect being of love. I was born perfect. There are no repercussions for me being exactly who I am. And learning how to not give your power away or your consent away. There was another post, and here I go again giving you another example. There was another post in a group, 5D something, and someone had asked about marijuana. What are your thoughts? Well, the overwhelming response is it was cool. It's great. It helps me. It relaxes me. It helps me with my pain. It's a plant. It has helped raise my vibration. It's helped me tune in, all of these things. And then there was a couple that came on there. Oh, Eckhart Tolle said this. blah, blah, blah said that, and it's just not right. Well, number one, that's judgment. Number two, I don't care what Eckhart Tolle says. He doesn't define my path. I'm free. And if he's judging anything that I'm doing, he's not for me. That's not a higher timeline. And I feel like what we're going to start seeing is a lot of these spiritual gurus that really don't have it right come into the light. Come into the light of what they've been teaching and telling people about what's right and what's wrong is going to be abolished. Because like I'm saying, we're heading to a place where there is no karma. The idea of karma leaves your mind. I also was watching or listening to a QHHT session, which are phenomenal, most of them, and they were talking about this exact thing, about correcting timelines and how you can go back and remember a memory and tell the story differently, and you have changed that timeline. So with no judgment, you can go back to a situation and remember that story where someone had wronged you, someone that you have struggled in this lifetime to forgive, and it can be a family member, a parent, can even be your twin. But you go back and rewrite what had happened and tell the story differently. And you have changed that timeline and you have canceled that, which means you don't have to forgive that person anymore. It's been cleared. And you start telling the story differently. And this is how you correct timelines. And I thought it was beautiful and wonderful and powerful. Because that is where we're going. This is where we're headed. That there is forgiveness is just all flowing because there is nothing to forgive. Compassion is all flowing. Love is all flowing. We're all in the flow of all this because there is none of that. This is the lie we've been told, is that we're wrong, that we're bad, that we're going to hell, and that we need to judge ourselves. And it's wrong. And it's the opposite of a higher dimension. So I implore you, and the more that I create this awareness and the more that I speak out on this, and the more of you that actually believe what I'm saying and can tune into what I'm saying and start anchoring those higher timelines and start rewriting the negative timelines, the more we're going to raise the vibration and the more we're going to usher this in. The energy is going to pick up. It's not going to slow down. So it's just going to keep getting stronger because this is what's happening. Mass awakenings are happening. More and more people are awakening. The energy is getting higher. So it's not going to slow down. And the way for you to make it through this without succumbing to chaos is to go within. So I am currently on a fast. My first 40-day fast that I did was from sugar and gluten, and I was very honest that that was so hard for me to do. But then when I started to say to myself, this isn't hard, you can do this, is when it started to happen. So now I've advanced that even more, and I'm doing all water fasts or just all non-caloric drinks like green tea, with a little bit of sweetener in it, or apple cider vinegar and a lemon mixture, those types of things. And then when I'm coming close to breaking the fast, I'll do like bone broth and things like that. This is for optimal health, but I really feel like fasting helps with your mind and clarity and your vitality and your energy. And I would have never thought, because right now I'm about 42 hours. I'm 42 hours into a 72-hour fast that I wanted to do, just because 72 hours is like the sweet spot, I feel like. A lot of people do 18-hour fasts with intermittent fasting, which is very healthy. And some people do 24-hour fasts just to kind of, clear their body, get the sugars out and excess proteins and things out of their system. But the 72-hour one is one that can really bring you into correcting your hormones. And it's frequent. You should do them frequently. And there's a lot of people that do every other day. Like they'll fast 24 hours, eat the next day, but it's still intermittent fasting where you're just not eating and grazing from daylight till dark, but you're still on that 18-hour fast, 6-hour window of eating, which is really ideal when you're doing intermittent fasting. So I highly recommend that for optimal health and also for mind clarity. And I think it's crucial now. So once I get done with this fast, closer to the end of the month when the full moon is coming around, which is going to be the second blue moon and the second full moon of this year, which is incredible, I'm going to host a 7-day fast. So I'm going to get geared up for that. I'm trying the 72-hour one, and then I'm going to try to push for the 7-day fast. And we'll be meditating and going live again on Instagram. I may do one live on YouTube as well, of doing a morning meditation. But they really, really were awesome, the morning meditations. And, I had a lot of people inbox and say they missed them. And I do too. It was great to connect with everyone in the morning. So I'm going to do that again. The Sacred Healing Circle, I have some interest, but not so much of an interest in it. And another thing I wanted to tell you guys about is YouTube is different now. It's gone to like Facebook, meaning if you post on Facebook and nobody likes it or nobody comments, it can go unseen. So this is kind of what's going on with the videos. And I've noticed that with the last couple of my videos, there's hardly any views. So my message is not really getting out. So if you believe in me and my message, please share, please like, please comment on my videos. Even if you just give a smiley face or a heart or whatever, hit the like button, hit the don't like button, whatever you do, any activity is going to get the message out. So that might be another reason why there wasn't that much interest in the Sacred Healing Circle. But I do want to do one again, but there needs to be participation within it. And so, and it doesn't matter where I am. There is no time and space, so I don't have to be in California to do them. I can do one here, and it will be just as powerful as the ones there. So it is something that I want to do. Later this week, I will be doing a full moon or a new moon reading for March 17th. And then closer to the 30th, we'll do the 7-day fast. Please email me if you have any questions about anything, if you need assistance. I still do work within a donation basis for any of my services. You just have to email me first and say, this is what I have. And then we come to an agreement on a fair energy exchange and we're Gucci. So if you do need assistance at all and are financially struggling, still do please reach out. And I leave all of my information below. And I love you as always. See you soon. Talk to you soon. Namaste.